Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Cascadero Chairman Bill McWilliam. Welcome back to the show, Bill.
Thanks very much, Jim, and thanks for the opportunity again.
So what is coming out that's new with Cascadero?
Well, we're summarizing our program for the year at this point, and we're still working on one property. But things are difficult in the assay business right now because the assay labs are, especially in Argentina, are plugged with lithium samples, and it's very hard to get a turnaround time from an assay company, if not impossible, and some of them are not even accepting rush orders. So that's causing delays, and the problem with being in a small company right now and being the chairman is that these things are, I have to be accountable for problems and delays that we did not cause, right? And there's a lot of companies in this particular position. We put out a news release this morning on Sarita, Este, our Argentine gold prospect that is developing beautifully. And we handed 607 samples, sea, horizon, soil samples to the lab, and about another 160 rock samples, and they couldn't give us a date, turnaround date. So it's really bad in Argentina because of the lithium business is totally crazy down there. Everyone is into the lithium, trying to get into or is in the lithium business, and a lot of the equipment is tied up drilling in salars. We're probably the only, or one of the very few exploration companies that actually are dealing in hard rock situations. The rest of the activity, and there's a shortage of drill rigs now, is all focused on lithium. This looks to me like it's going to last for a bit, so we just have to put up with it and accept a delay. And it's very frustrating because we're waiting for these assays on Sarita Este to plan our next program. And the purpose of the samples that we're doing is to figure out the orientation, the strike of the sheeted veins and vein arrays that exist on the property that run gold, because it's important to know that before you trench it, and the trenching gives you more information with respect to the orientation. And the reason we're doing that, taking our time to do this, is because we want the drill hole, when located, to penetrate the vein system at basically a 90-degree angle perpendicular. So we get a feel for the distribution, continuity, and the strike of the system itself. A little frustrating. We got to just put up with it. The news release today does not have any new assay data in it, but the most important piece of data that's in there, and people should focus on this and understand what this means, because the percentage of our samples on this property, we've taken 128 rock samples, and 87 of them are over 1 gram. So that's 68% of the samples are over 1 gram. That's an interesting threshold because most open pit type deposits, 70% of the assays are under 1 gram. And we've also got 28% of our samples, 36 of the 128, they're over 10 grams per ton. So those numbers are excellent in terms of surface work, and we're very excited about getting some subsurface information from the trenching. I do not think we're going to be able to get a drill hole in this before Christmas, but it'll be first up on our plate in February. So we've moved it along. We're very excited about the property. It does have an excellent chance. This zone right now is 1,200 meters north-south and 400 meters east-west. It's clearly structurally controlled, and the system is very, very prospective for a gold deposit. So we will finish the program coming up December 5th, and our geologists and crew will be getting ready for Christmas. They'll all come back to Vancouver. and we'll have a planning meeting, of course, as we usually do. I'm heading down on the 7th of December for my last trip to get some property issues that we're trying to acquire a couple of properties that taking a little bit more time than I expected. So going down to do that primarily and add to our portfolio of quality assets. Okay, so the information on Taron, and this has been a subject of some debate on the internet and the bull boards, is that the property is a bust, as I've said before. It is not a bust. It's a very robust system, and we're going to spend some more time and money on it to improve the size of it and hopefully improve the grade somewhat. And again, that won't happen until 2018. That's number 2 on our plan. But the facts are, in this business, because of the cesium supply issue, as there is no new supply coming into the market, cesium prices, especially at the contract level, are rising 15% every 6 months or so. So in reality, the cesium property and the amount of cesium we have in that property is rising in value by the day. So we're not spending any money on it right now. We will in the new year, but the property is getting more and more valuable as the expectations of a supply shortage are shortening, and it's going to happen. We've predicted this for a while, that there's no new supply coming on. Taron is the only property that is identified as cesium resource, and it's a very, very good news all around.
Bill, for people not familiar with the Cascadero story, can you tell us a bit more about the company?
We started as a property generator, Jim, which means that we went to Argentina because the properties were large scale, the alteration systems were big. A junior company could get a large land position at virtually no cost. So the business plan was focused on just that, surface exploration. It's all geochemistry. We did a little bit of geophysics, but mainly geochemistry. And we looked at about 130 properties. We acquired 76 tenements. And the portfolio we have today, that was about 200,000 hectares of mineral properties we owned, or had rights to, I should say, exploration rights to. And it is now down to 47,000 hectares and 27 tenements. So what we have today is a rendering of that very large land position into all of the core projects that we now have. We have 4 areas that we call core. One of them is Taron, of course. The Taka block of land we own beside First Quantum. Lots of Sarita's in that group. There's several other showings and interesting deposits in that area, showings in that area. And that is our second priority target. Santa Rosa is a few hundred kilometers east of Taron and Sarita Este. It's our number 3 core system. It's a large-scale 7-kilometer-long vein system that's very rich in gold, silver, and lead. And we'll be spending money on that next year as well. So we're in really good shape here, Jim, in terms of getting good results from a large set of properties that's now much smaller and much more focused. And there is gold present in basically every one of the tenements in various degrees, right? But so it's a very interesting precious metal portfolio right now.
Where is Cascadero traded?
It trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture Board. The symbol is CCD. And it trades right now between 7 and 8 cents. We have 191 million shares outstanding, so it's still got a relatively cheap market cap. And I believe, and I have believed in this company for a long time, that its portfolio is more than robust enough to support the market cap and make the market cap increase significantly. We're in a very good spot here. And we're expecting to have an exploration drill hole into 1 or 2 of these properties next year, and the whole flavor of the company is going to change.
Bill, where can people find out more about Cascadero?
We've just revamped our website, Cascadero.com, and you'll see The opening picture is the Taron property, and it's got a bunch of looks like molehills on it. Well, that's material from the trenches that are being dug. In the background, there's the giant stratovolcano called El Cavar. Nevada de Cavar, and it's a large engine for mineral systems, and it provides a lot. It's still an active volcano. It's provided a lot of material for mineral systems. For 100 kilometers or so. It's a real powerhouse system. Underexplored, we have one standalone property called Campo Viejo on the southern side of the volcano, and we have just entered into a confidentiality agreement on that property. It's big, it's got scale, and the CA is with a major company because they understand the systems. This is a big porphyry system, and it's got very good upside. So we're happy about that. Having that property under the wings of a major company is a real achievement for a junior company, and we're proud to have that happen.
Bill, thanks for the update.
Okay, Jim, we're all excited here, and we're looking forward to Christmas time. And everybody have a great Christmas. Take it easy, relax, and have some fun.
I've been speaking with Cascadero Chairman Bill McWilliam. I'm Jim Goddard. We were speaking on November 15th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.